Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round number 9 of the Straight Line Motorsports Ferrari GT World Challenge here live at the Mazda WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca circuit. I'm your host and commentator for today's race, S_RDZ, and I'm once again joined by Elliot F64. And Elliot, we're looking at another cracking race here with probably one of the more interesting track layouts we've been to in the Ferrari GT World Challenge, of course.
Definitely, and good evening to all that are tuning in. Yeah, looking forward to this one. Love the track, love it. Don't know how the GT4s are going to. Well, I don't know how the GT3s are gonna do with the passing of the GT4s under blue flags. It's going to be quite difficult, but hopefully they'll do it in the most safe and secure method. But no, it's going to be a fantastic one this weekend. Fantastic one.
And I think what the most interesting thing about this race is going to be the fact, not that just the race circuit is kind of short, but it's also going to be interesting in the fact that the course it's very, very narrow. So especially for the GT3s, it's going to be especially difficult trying to navigate through this traffic. So not going to be for the first stint, but for the second stint, maybe into the third stint, is when it's going to be extremely interesting, of course, because of the fact that these GT3s are going to have to zip by these GT4 guys as quick as they can, obviously.
Absolutely, absolutely, and then of course the battling packs as well, GT4s versus the other GT4s and GT3s at GT3s, but I think people will pick their moments. The best places really to overtake is definitely going into the corkscrew and definitely into the last corner and turn 1. Those are the key places to overtake.
Yeah, let's say if you're a bit brave as well, possibly into turn number 5, where SD and Viper is right about now, going up towards the VP Racing Fuels bridge with the WeatherTech Laguna Seca banner.
If you can get alongside someone here, that's one hell of a place to get a move done. But I can't see it happening tonight. It's going to be too risky.
Yes, what we'll do now is we'll actually start qualifying. I think, Elliot, you said you wanted to get things up and going as quick as possible, so we'll get that rolling as well. And while Elliot is doing that as well, we'll actually go on board with the 77 of Ure, and we'll go on board with him for a little bit around the WeatherTech Race Laguna Seca layout. Just as I say that, qualifying is about to start as well. So we'll go down to the championship standings as well. Right now, we'll go to the GT4 standings, where our championship leader Keelan had a quite unfortunate but rather huge disconnect from his race standpoint as well, and it's pretty much opened this championship somewhat open now, because he's still at 154 points from the last time he was out, but now ties with his 3rd race win in a row with that bonus point for the fastest lap as well. Sits at 128 points right now, and he'll be absolutely on it here in the most of his ability that he can to get back up to Chris. Unfortunately, K&K Dot, who is now unfortunately no longer with us, he'll sit in 3rd place, actually 4th place I should say, at 111 points, with Doug Barrow moving up to 3rd in the standings now with 115 points. Hairraiser now at 107 points, so he's been up there and a little bit as well, so he'll be looking to hopefully make it up there as well. Superhero as well, back into this race again, back for another week of Ferrari action here as well. He sits in 8th place with 15 points to his credit as well. And so basically now, GT4 Championship might be looking at to be wrapped up here, but we still have 4 rounds of racing, so anything can happen there. We move on to the GT3 side of things as well, where it is SLM Palmer getting his 4th win of the season at Interlagos, so tying the Side Max guys at 4 apiece for Ure for 4 wins, and now Palmer at 4 wins as well. Palmer sitting on top with 175 points as well. Ure actually getting an extra bonus point for the fastest lap of the race as well. He sits at 158 points as well, with Viper not that far off, but he's still in the hunt somewhat with 118 points as well. Grand J10 now in 4th place. Actually, James Chad in 4th place with 78 points. Grand J10 now in 5th with 76 points. And then Ipez, who unfortunately is not racing with us today, he sits at with 66 points. And then Jack Mia, who will hopefully try and make it up as well. He will take his 10 points and hopefully try and advance up much further up the champion field. So we'll take a look at the field now as they start their hot lap for qualifying right now. Viper actually going to interestingly try and hang on to the back end of the 77, where he knows that Ure is very quick around the Laguna Seca circuit. And so if Viper can hold on for the toe, he could try and bounce ahead of the Climax guys, of course.
And so interestingly, Doug's in the pit lane. Oh, he's just come out the pit lane.
Sorry, I was trying to get a sip of water because I'm actually trying to be a bit more prepared I should say, for the race as well. Yeah, someone is actually in the pits. Oh no, that's just you, Elliot. Never mind. I thought.
That's me parked out the way.
Oh, is that one of the cars that's going around? Is that? Yeah, it's Viper. It's Viper that's going around. Let's see if we can get a look at what's happened there. Did he cook it a bit too much? Oh, actually, Yuri went off before even Viper went around as well. So that's a bit interesting as well. We'll take a look back at that once again. Yeah, we'll take a look and see what happened. Did Yuri take it a bit too much? Oh, yeah, Yuri took it a bit too much, as well as Viper did. So no contact between the two cars, but that's a bit interesting as well because they got now one less lap to set as well. So first of the time coming in now, SLM Polymer for the Sidemax team now getting a 120 dead, and now these cars are capable of 119s as well because Yuri was setting 19s in the practice. We'll wait and see if he can set something pretty quick as well. Not a lot of quick times for a lot of these guys now. Jack Miller with a 20.7 and then Grand G10 with a 21.0. About 1 second off the pace, but now at the moment he is third in the GT37 as well. Ty's now in the 78, of course, with a 26.7 now. He's not that far up from Keelan as well, who's definitely looking to try and rebound from Interlagos last time out as well. And Superhero rounding it up for third for the Winding Road Racing crew, of course.
Yeah, it should be pretty interesting, this one. I think they do need just a lap to get their tyres up to temperature. Jack's in P2, that's great.
Yeah, Jack,
great showing from him.
Yeah, of course, he was kind of on the back foot at Interlagos, so hopefully he'll try and take that number 36 to a bit of a... Oh, he's actually going to come into the pits. Yeah, going to come into the pits. Is Palmer going to come into the pits? No, so the Sidemax crew going to try and gamble it out here. Jack Mia, of course, going to try and pit a little bit late, a little bit earlier. And Palmer, I think he's going to try and hold it as well. Is he going to improve his
lag from Yera.
He will.
There's lag from Yera.
Is there actually?
Yeah.
He's side by side. Oh, he's actually... Grand G10's actually hit him. What in the world?
That was strange. I don't know if that was lag there. I wonder if Yera's lag maybe came across into Grand J10 there, but because we didn't see it on the... Are you able to see a replay of that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Oh, you know what? Grand J10 kind of caught... Yeah, Yuri was alongside and Grand J10 just straight up went right to the side of him, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's more or less on Grand J10's fault right there. Yuri's actually even improved on that, as a matter of fact.
Wow, he did. I didn't even spot that.
I didn't even spot that as well. Wow. So he did improve. He must have had a very good lap.
Can you just confirm for me, because I can't remember that well, to be honest, the pit exit... It's all controlled until they get onto the actual track, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay,
yeah.
So any sort of penalties will not be given out for this race.
It's more the... And actually, as a matter of fact, you only go, I think, about... You don't go to that left-hander into the pit entry. It's more about you're halfway through to the...
Oh, yeah. I just watched Palmer come in, actually, yeah.
So it's more or less... You got to make that pit commitment point onto the right to the driver's right, and it's like if you make that, you should be fine, honestly.
Yes, it's the yellow line really that we have to consider.
So the Sidemax guys are going to come in this time by, and I can imagine the 20. Oh, the 20's even gone around again. He's gone around again.
Yeah, the corkscrew. Needs to wait. Needs to pick his moment to get across the track. Needs to stay to the right here. If he's got cars coming up behind him, he should hopefully get away.
I think he's going to come into the pits this time by. Yeah, those rears. Look at how worn those rear tires are on the 20.
Already?
Yeah, those are very worn down as well. So I imagine he's going to... Oh, no, the game... Oh, no! The game's forced him out of the thing, so now I think he might be ruined on his...
Wait, so what's happened?
I think the game forced him out of the wheel auto-paused him out, and then, yeah, it's just... kind of forced him out, so not looking good now for the number 20 this late the going of qualifying.
He has got time for 2 laps. If he comes in, gets his new tyres on and gets out, he will make it for one last time run. Yeah,
I think so as well, but he's got to keep it straight here, of course, because that's pretty much the only thing he's got going.
In fact, yeah, working it out, he should do it by about 20 seconds. Because it's about a 1:21, but he needs to not make a mistake on this lap.
Jack Mia now on a flyer right now, going towards the final couple of corners now. Turn number 10,
He's had a good middle sector. He's got purple in the middle sector.
Yeah, he's 8 tenths down on Yere and 7 tenths just about down on Palmer now. It's going to be a pretty good lap, I'll tell you what.
He's going to improve to second.
No, he's improved, but not on position. Wow. Did he have purple sector last time by? Yeah, he did.
He had purple sector too.
35-2, but it's not much greater than what Yere and Palmer did. Yere, this time by, he's on a new flying lap.
Yeah, and Palmer's tucked in behind as well. Palmer's gone fastest sector
Viper
1.
in the pits. Viper into the pits. James Head has improved to a 21-1. He's actually pipped Viper for 5th. And so this is not looking good for Viper whatsoever, because he's now dead last in this class, and you usually see him up qualifying 3rd and whatnot.
Superheroes into the pit lane as well.
Yeah, a lot of these GT4s. Keelan now actually slow, and now he's going to try and wait for Tice to get ahead.
Viper's come out just behind Superhero, and in fact, gone right on through him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You love to see it. You love to see it always. Purple sector for Yuri out of the 2nd sector, so 2/10 up. So Yuri looking at to possibly get a 19.7 this time by. Oh, he's got a bit under the gravel.
Yeah. Oh, he is lagging a bit here.
Palmer improves to a 19.6, but Yuri will improve to a 19.632.
Oh, look how close it is.
43 thousandths the difference. The Cymax guys absolutely flexing their muscles here at the Laguna Seca circuit here today.
Grand J10 is ahead of James here, but is James going quicker? You'd like
he's on a green sector. He is, and I think he's pipped them. Yep. Well done for James. And so now the eyes, I think, for Viper.
Yeah, he really needs to improve.
This is going to be the lap that Viper is going to absolutely need to set.
Oh no, he's coming onto the lap now, isn't he? He's still on his outlap.
Yeah, he's on his outlap. 42 seconds to go. So this will be his final lap.
Exit. Pretty decent exit.
He's about 2 seconds off the pole time. I don't think he's going to go for pole time. I think he's going to try and go for
just need to get up the field.
3rd place. Yeah, he has the capability of getting the time in the 20s. He's just got to put the lap together.
But you got
Tice now back to pole position. Tice now back to pole position, and Keelan improves.
Keelan improves, but not enough.
Yeah, not enough. Only a 10th gained on that lap. I'll tell you what, though,
I'm going to go last across the line.
I'm going to go on board with Viper for this final lap for a little bit. He's got the 13 of Doug Brown that's going to be right in front of him, but
that's it. Yera's qualifying's over. Yera got onto the got across the line at 0.
Oh, Doug's actually gone a bit wide. Oh, Doug's gone a bit wide. Was he on a flying? Oh, that's going to be unfortunate for Doug, because I think Viper was trying to force an issue.
Watch for Superhero's got to get past.
Viper's kind of cucked it. He hasn't really much cucked it. He's on a best,
but he's not by a lot, is it?
No, it's not. He had a very, very bad middle sector. Oh, he's gone too deep.
He's gone wide.
Oh, this is good. I'll tell you what, though, Elliot.
And again.
So let's see what it's going to be. The checker flag is going to wave, but I don't think it's going to be much of an improvement. As a matter of fact, he improves on his time, but not on position. So a 6th place finish for Viper. Wow. I'll tell you what, though, Elliot. Don't count him out just entirely, because the race starts. The past couple of races, he's qualified 3rd and has got the car immediately into the lead.
Superhero into P3.
Yeah, you're right there.
Superhero into P3. Tice across the line, no improvement. Keelan.
No. Just short.
Who else have we got?
Palmer.
In fact, that's it.
No improvement either as well. Jack Mia, he's had a terrible lap.
MJ10, no.
Yeah, not even improvements for anyone this final lap.
Nope.
And Doug Barrow's going to park it. Yeah, Doug Barrow coming slow across the line to round out the grid.
Obviously messed.
And I'll tell you what, though, Elliot,
still waiting on one person.
It's you.
Me.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It's you. And I'll tell you
if
what,
I drive out, do you think it'll register it?
Probably. You want us to try it?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Does it register across the line now?
No. No. I'll tell you what, though. Elliot, don't count out Viper just entirely, because he can make up some positions on the race start. He's got to get behind Grand J10 and James if he wants any chance of getting at Yuri and Palmer for the race lead.
Absolutely. He's going to need to get a good start.
It's a 1,
and he's
2,
going to need to hope that there's some sort of incident in front of him, because as we said, there are really only 3 or 4 overtaking opportunities here.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 1, 2, 3 for the Cymax team, with James, Grand G10, and Viper rounding out the grid for GT3. Tyce Keelan will round out a 1, 2 for Cymax. Superhero and Bar for 3rd and 4th. Doug Barrett Hairraiser will round out the grid, of course. So this will be a very, very interesting race start indeed. So, of course, it will be...
Should really change the... Oh, yeah.
So everyone... Yep, trying to wait for the... It's not. We're waiting for the race car, the pace car, to take the lead of the field. Green flags now, so everyone can go about. And so now the pace car now going to pick up the Ferraris, of course. Let me just back out real quickly and get on board.
Not too sure where to let the field go.
I'd say after the...
After the corkscrew.
Yeah, after the corkscrew. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because you want to give him plenty of time to... you want to give him at least... Because that final sector, it's quick. So you want to give him as much time as they possibly can to grid on up. So now these Ferraris are going to want to heat up those tires as quick as they can, because in this sponsoring heat, the tires can go extremely quick, of course. So I think that's going to make this race very, very interesting here thus far. And so, Elliot, of course, what would you say would be the way to go for strategy here before we prepare to go green flag racing here, of course?
Well, judging by how quickly the tyres were wearing during qualifying, as we saw from Viper, I didn't really pick up on anybody else's, but Viper's wear was pretty much gone within 2 laps. I know he did have a couple of spins and off-track excursions, but yeah, I'm not too sure, to be honest.
I'd say, honestly, with how quick the tires are wearing off around here, I'm looking at about 3 stops for the Ferrari, for the GT3s, and maybe 2 or 3 for even the GT4s. I'd say 2 at most. I'd say 2's a given, but 3 may be the most that you might see. And so the pace car now will file on off. And so now it is now within the hands of Year 8 to double file the grid for this race start. And so now rounding the final corner towards the start of the race. The GT3s and GT4s all bunched up within one another. It's going to be all down to Year 8 when he flies down the green. Now we go green flag racing here for round number 9 of the Ferrari GT World Challenge presented by SLM. And it's a great start for Year 8. What about Viper? He's already got 1 car. Can he make it up for 2? He goes to the outside. It's a good start for the number 20. He's going to look to the outside. Oh, Jack Mia's gone wide. Palmer's even gone wide. James head up into 2nd place. Year 8 getting a great start off to the start of this race, but James Head could be absolutely all over the back of the 24 now. 36 with Jack Mia actually losing out of position right now, but Viper getting a position on Grand G10. On board now with the 20. Oh, what an aggressive move for the 36. For the 20, I should say. My apologies there, but what a pass that was for Viper. Side by side. You do not want to be side by side there thus far. But what a pass for the number 20. He was not holding up about. And so now the corkscrew is caught up. It's caught out. Oh, Jack Mia's gone wide. Jack Mia's gone a bit too wide. And now he's lost about 3 positions in the opening laps of this race. James Head could be all over the back bumper of the 24 here. And this is allowing the 77 of Year 8 to get on away. Viper has gone absolutely from the back, from nowhere, to being right up back with James Head and Moan. What a start Viper has had to this race. So we'll take a quick moment to... oh, Ellie, have you gone... Ellie, where have you gone,
I'm actually trying to get off the track, but I'm trying to do it in the safest way. But I thought I'll go round, do the safety lap, go round, follow the field as an additional safety lap, and then pull off the track. In doing so, it's just put me straight in the pit lane. So I've now got to wait until I get out of the pit lane.
Yeah,
and I will
the
be
field's
able
well
to
clear of you, so
out.
you'll be fine there. Yuri with a 1.5 second lead all over SLM Palmer. Oh, Yuri's so close to putting it right in the gravel and pretty much ending his race there. And Yuri's a man that doesn't make a lot of mistakes. So, and like I said, even though Palmer is his teammate, he wants absolutely every single bit of points that he can to capitalize and win this drivers' championship. Of course, he has been on a man on a mission.
James is doing very well to stay with Palmer, though.
Yeah, James, I think is. And keep in mind, the Slimax crew are absolutely undefeated here within the GT3 ranks as well. Wouldn't it be good to see James Head, or even Viper for that matter, get a race win? Viper has come back from pretty much 6th place right up to the back bumper of James Head here.
Yeah, but at the cost of a penalty, got 4 tenths to serve. Not too sure where you can pick up a penalty here, except the corkscrew, I guess.
Yeah, possibly.
See, right, James is holding on in there.
Have you been able to back? Yeah, you've been able to back out. So
yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm on board with everything now. So all is good. All is good. GT4s, Superhero on the back of Keelan, on the back of Tice. Tice has gone deep.
Yeah, he's gone a bit deep.
He's managed to hold it.
Tell you what though, what's happened to something's happened to Hairraiser, Doug, and Bar, because they've gone tremendously far back from the rest of the leading pack in GT4.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's happened with them, to be honest. I did see that it was a little bit of argy-bargy into the final corner on one of the safety laps. But nothing.
Oh, I didn't even catch that, but James has gone by for second. James has gone by for second. What's the issue here? Yeah, I didn't even catch that as well. I think he must have caught Palmer a bit napping there.
Did you get it? Can you get it on the replay?
No, I tried, but it's not able to pick it up, unfortunately. We missed it.
Okay.
Yeah, we missed it.
That's a shame. Wow, yeah. Okay, so James ahead of Palmer. And in fact, Viper's there too. Is Viper fuel saving, do we think? Or just struggling?
Honestly, I think that's just how his natural driving ability is. He can drive quick and save fuel. He uses more of the tires than the fuel, so he could do a bit of work on strategy here. Keep in mind, you do fill up slower than you do change tires quicker than you would fill up. It doesn't matter. You can use more of the tires, and Viper is able to change about the same amount of time that everyone else does. It's dependent on the fuel. He does have capability up to winning this race. We did see it last time out at Interlagos as well, that Viper did show the true capabilities that he can win these races. But unfortunately, he's just has been unlucky, and with that big power slide there, he's really trying to push.
Oh, James up! James all 4 wheels up into the air, up on the curb. Palmer's gone back through.
We'll see that once again. That was the case right there. Oh, yeah, very brief moment there. He's really trying to push. Palmer's actually going to get back for 2nd place now.
Yep, and is all a little bit slidey coming through turn 5. But hanging on in there, and Viper is dropping back slightly.
I wouldn't say slightly. He's right up on the...
Oh.
Yeah, your car's very, very twitchy on the brakes going towards the chicane, and you feel like it's a lot less braking towards the corkscrew because you don't have you have a higher elevation.
Superhero's off. Can you keep it out of the barrier? Just. Wow. He was lucky to get away with that one.
Oh, big kick of oversteer. I think he just overcorrected it as well, and he was just able to keep it out of the barriers, like you said.
Yep, and then you got Hairraiser. Hang on, am I missing something here? Yeah, Hairraiser's changed colour.
Has it? Yeah, because I think he went to blue. Yeah, and the Doug I think has gone to a new
Doug
colour
was
as well.
Blue. Hairraiser was red, and Bar was green. But now Doug switched to orange. I think it is.
I think it's like a dark kind of like chromy brown or something like that. I think.
I've only just noticed that, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that as well. I was thinking you were going to notice that in the race as well. So,
are they running each other's numbers as well?
No, 13.
No,
is
Doug is normally 13.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Okay. I genuinely thought I was losing it for a moment there. Yera's pulling away. He's now 4.2 up the road from Palmer. And Viper's lost two seconds to the leader, sorry, in trying to get past these two in front of him. But he's good on the fuel. I don't understand how he's so much better on the fuel than the other guys.
You're talking about Viper, right?
Yeah.
Oh, big kick of oversteer. You saw that.
Oh, yeah, I went back on board with him just as it happened. He's lucky to get away with that. He just needs to calm down, settle it down a bit.
Oh my!
That was insane.
What a big
insane.
Yeah, look at the rear tires. They're starting to degrade more on the rear of Viper's car. You can catch that as well.
It's because he's in the dirty air.
Yeah.
And he's pushing. Whoa! Oh, he's trying. He's trying hard. I'm going to check the GT4s because they were pretty much.
Oh, he spun it! He spun it!
Oh wow! Oh, he's got to be careful on the rejoin. Here comes Jack. Jack's got through.
Let's see what the issue was for Viper.
Was it that inside curve by any chance?
No, he's actually caught the left rear on the gravel. He caught the left rear on the gravel, and now he's well down and truly down the order.
Grand J10 just did the same. Grand J10's just done the same, but he's managed to keep it on the track. But looking through, it's still Tice Keelan Superhero. Oh, Keelan! Keelan up on that inside curve as well, doing pretty much the same as what James did, just without the speed, he was able to keep it on the track. With
how narrow these with these GT3s, with the amount of power that they make, it's going to be extremely, extremely precautious in how fine of a margin it's going to be for them to keep it on the track, of course.
Absolutely, absolutely. The GT3s are way wider. I'm trying to see if we can have a look at a comparison. I think the best way to look at the comparison is Yera and Bar. If you go into third person and just look at how much... In fact, it doesn't really do justice.
Keelan was actually shot. His front wheels were off the track.
Yeah, they will be. Coming through the corkscrew, they will be. He has picked up half a second from it.
Yeah, you got half a second, but my God. It's a
Is he going to go look to the inside?
It's a 40-foot drop, we should point out as well, at the corkscrew, so... My word, these cars are absolutely light, and it keeps the front wheels up. I'm pretty sure Keelan had no steering whatsoever on that car right there. I'm pretty sure.
That's probably why he picked up half a second penalty, because he would have cut part of the hairpin. He takes a very
Jack with a big slide. He's actually overcorrected it as well. He's actually kept it on track. But my word, what a save that was for Jack Mia. And you've got to be thinking yourself, if you're James, you're like wondering, how in the heck am I keeping on to third place? Because this is an absolute amazing good drive for James here. Oh, Viper with a big moment.
Oh, and an even bigger moment, as you said that as well. Even bigger moment, and he was pretty much following Jack's line.
Oh, wowza. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think, depending on strategies, I think we could see this finishing order: Yera, Palmer, James. I think the top three are probably locked in, but 4th, 5th and 6th, or 4th and 5th I should really be saying, are settled. There's a lot of damage to Grand J10's front bumper. A lot of damage to his front bumper. So I don't know what's happened to him. But Viper, we know... Sorry?
Yeah, so I'm going back to strategy with what I thought I said. I think it's going to be the 3-stop for the GT3s, because look at how worn these tires are for a lot of these guys, essentially. Look how worn they are.
They've done 10 laps. In all fairness, they've done 10 laps and 13 minutes. So I think, yeah, it's all dependent on Yera. I think Yera is going to be the first one, or actually... Oh no, wait, Viper's had another moment on the exit of the corkscrew. He's really struggling. He's really struggling.
Another
moment. Oh! Yeah, I think we're going to see Viper coming into the pits on this lap. Oh, he's gone again! He's gone round again in trying to correct his slide.
Let me see. Oh, yeah.
He's really struggling.
Yeah, you don't see this from Viper. He was he's done mega well for the most of the season, but I think Laguna Seca might be just a bad day for him. Yeah, I think
it's
so.
the vein of his
Look at how worn his tires are. Look at how worn his tires are.
Yeah, but look at his fuel load as well, though. He's got the most fuel out there, except for the GT4.
Oh, big moment for him.
For who? Oh, and again!
Oh, this is very, very bad stuff for him right now. Oh my word! He has to
have another one. Yeah.
The rear tires have gone off a cliff like drastically. He has to pit this time by. He has to.
I wonder if he'll go to the mediums.
I don't think that might. I'll tell you what, the mediums might be some interesting thing as well.
They might work. Considering how much time he's losing on the softs, I think going to the me. Oh, don't.
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming in.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
he's gone again.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow. Tough day in the office for him. Let's just check back on the GT4. Superhero's back on the tail of Keelan and Tice again.
Viper
Superhero
in the
is
pits.
charging.
Viper.
Doug, Hairraiser and Bar are together as well now.
Viper
as
into
we've
the
got
pits.
traffic ahead for race leader Yera.
Already.
Oh
my
Yep, 10
god! In the
laps.
see, I
11.
knew that. So this is what we've been trying to wait and see, basically here on out.
Well, it's 10 laps actually, because of the pace car lap. 10 laps.
Fair enough.
And he's got all 3 winding road racing cars in front of him.
Not all 3, because you got a Superhero who's doing pretty well up right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. I did forget about Superhero being winding road racing. Let's just say, is Yera going to... I think Yera needs to come into the pits now before he hits the traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he goes. But he did touch that yellow line.
I'll be honest, he kind of slid wide on the gravel, and I think he was going to make the move into the pits anyway, so I'm not sure about that.
We'll look at that after the race,
James
of course.
is into the pits as well. Palmer is going to stay out.
Jackson.
So this is interesting. So this
Jackson
is
as well. Where's Viper? Oh, Viper's halfway around the track. He's nowhere near them.
He's actually going back to softs.
He's actually closer to Grand J10 than the rest of the field.
He's actually past Grand J10, as a matter of fact.
So I don't think Grand J10 actually got in front.
So the Grand J10 have another incident, I think.
Grand J10...
Jack Mir also into the pits as well.
Seconds behind. Superhero's got through. We've missed that. Superhero's got through on Keelan.
Let me see if I can get a replay of it as well. No, unfortunately, I'm not able to. So
we keep missing these
all the great moments.
I'm just checking everybody's balance of performance. 666 brake horsepower for the GT3s and 1348 in kilos. Running down to the GT. In fact, has Keelan got back in front?
Has he now?
No,
he was staying right behind.
Just the way that the member list was showing, but
yeah, he was behind. He's behind the guys. So. So this is going to be particularly
watch for Superhero. Watch for Superhero this time round. He is gaining in the slipstream. Is he going to look to the inside into turn 1?
Palmer to the pits as well.
He's not quite there yet. Yep.
Palmer to the pits. Oh, Tice has gone a bit too deep. He still keeps on to the lead, but now the fact that Superhero is right up on his rear bumper right now.
Yeah, he is. I think we're going to see a good result here from Superhero.
Oh, but not if he goes on the gravel. Not if he goes on the gravel like that.
I think we've got a better fight here for GT4s than GT3s.
At the moment right now, because I think they could go.
Where's James?
Possibly.
James is coming around the final corner. Where's Palmer? Palmer's coming out. Where is he? Oh, he's too far ahead, I think. Where's James? James is coming out quicker.
Yere's well ahead. Well ahead.
Palmer being on the tighter line for the pit lane, though. Grand J10's off. Van held it. And so Palmer got out ahead of James. Fuel loads are quite interesting, though.
Yeah. I don't think Viper took fuel on his stop. I think he just took tires.
Yeah. He's gone on softs, though. That's the thing we didn't notice.
Someone's
was
around. Is it
softs.
someone up ahead? Oh, Grand J10. Oh, for God's sakes, man, please.
Yeah, he's letting through. He's letting through.
Oh.
Right. Okay. It's one way to get to the pit
no,
lane.
is he going to reset? No, he didn't even reset. He went the wrong way on the track to actually make it to the pits. Unless he was going to make, he was going to pit anyway. But yeah, that's particularly interesting.
So Jack's lost out quite. Oh no, in fact the gaps are probably the same. Yeah, is there? We have got Grand J10 Hairraiser and Doug in the pit lane. Where's this battle for GT4s? Here we go. Superhero has dropped off ever so slightly from Tyson. I wonder if he's had a go somewhere and it's not worked out, so he's just sitting in behind and waiting for his unless
the dirty air is really affecting Superhero in a way, which could be the case. It is possible, but I'm not saying it's not entirely possible.
But I am going to be in and out of comms. just for a few moments.
That is fine, mate. So while we have our fellow sidekick Elliot F64 taking his time away from the comms for just a tad bit, Yuri still leading the way by about 9 seconds or so over his teammate Polymer in the 24. And Yuri has done absolutely everything right here. Jack Mia actually with the fastest lap of the race. That's a bit interesting right there thus far. So Jack Mia, fastest guy at the moment on Racecraft at the moment. Was that fastest time just set not that long ago? It was. Not that long ago. He's actually going to try and make his way through traffic. So he's got Doug Barrow. He's actually got Hair Razor now. He's got to make his way on through right now.
Try and keep
Can
an
he
eye
try
on
and get
this
the under?
GT4s.
Oh, is that Grand G10's going around again? Oh, not entirely, but Grand G10's going to definitely hold up this traffic in a way.
Yeah, if you could try and keep an eye, whilst you're doing this, try and keep an eye on the GT4 pack as well, because that battle will heat up.
Oh, superhero! Oh, superhero! Oh, wowza! And Keelan's going through on the outside. Not 3 wide, but it was just superhero trying to move that was just, I think, never going to work in my opinion. And now Keelan's gone through for second place.
This is great battle in the GT4s, 100%. I'm just going to keep an eye on everything else. Jack Mia is there. Where is Grand J10? Is Grand J10 let him through?
Yeah, Ty still leading the way.
Yet.
Gone board now.
Grand J10 is getting the blue flags.
Because he's got Jack Mia, I think, right behind him.
Yeah. Just going to run in with... Right, so Palmer's pulling away from James. Hiero's pulling away from both. Jack's there. This battle between Tyce, Keelan and... Oh, Keelan faking the pit lane there.
A fake to the pit! Oh, what a move!
Superhero's taking... Yeah, Superhero's taking advantage of it.
Oh! He kind of compromised his line in a way, and I think Superhero just door slammed Keelan, but as a result, it's pretty much given Tyce a 1 second lead over Keelan and Superhero right now.
Also, I know we've got a lot to try and keep an eye on. Yera's closing in them. Just keep an eye on his lag.
I'm sorry, what?
Just keep an eye on the lag of Yera as well.
Alright, I'm not seeing any lag from Yera myself, so
okay, just keep an eye on it.
He should be fine, but like I said, I would kind of keep an eye on this battle right now for the class lead in GT4, because right now Polymer, I think it's gonna be a bit on strategy for the GT3s thus far in the running. So Viper now with the fastest lap, his fastest lap of the race. So he's definitely had a much better stint this time by. He's going to get the blue flags for the winding road guys. Oh, is that Doug that's gone wide? Yeah, I think it was Doug that went a bit wide. Oh, Palmer I think had a big slide coming in out of the corkscrew. Take a look at it from his driver's eye. Oh, it actually was kind of a slow one. He didn't lose too much time, but I think he lost about 2 or 3 tenths or so right there. He's got James behind, and I think James is setting some slower laps, so I think Palmer might be getting away from James in 3rd place. 3.1 seconds the gap now between the 24 and the 7. However, it is 8 seconds between the 7 and 36 here thus far. Tyce with a slight lead over Keelan. Yuri's actually gone through this lead pack for the GT4 class lead at the moment, so our race leader Yuri going on through. So we'll go on board now with Superhero going a bit wide. We'll take a look at there. What's happened? Did he have a kick of oversteer? It might have been the sausage curb, I think. Not too sure there. He's going to get the blue flags, I imagine, for the 24 of Polymer, and that is the case. So Polymer now trying to recover a little bit. Of course, he is the championship leader, and of course, he is trying to negate the damage dealt from Yere, who's really trying to get back into this championship fight. Of course, the gap is 17 points separating these two. Oh, Palmer faked left and went right. And so Keelan, oh, is he going to give Palmer the space? He is. Palmer going to do the right thing and just kind of wait it on out. And now Palmer moving right and now starting to make his way. He's losing time behind these guys. I think Yere got by them pretty quickly, but Palmer really losing a lot of time, unfortunately. Palmer not wasting any time right there. He really wants to get by. Who's that gone off deep into the first corner? Is that Viper that's gone a bit deep into the first corner? Take a look at that. Did he go deep into the first corner? I think he did. Yeah, he did go a bit deep in the first corner. Viper did, so of course he's trying to hold on for points finished thus far. James trying now to get by this group of cars for the race lead. Oh, I think Tice is trying to squeeze him out a little bit. Didn't think he want to lose that lead position. So I'm not sure if he's going to lose time. He's actually gaining a bit of time on Palmer. So I think, did Palmer have a bit of a slow moment out of the final corner? I'm not sure about that. Nothing much really. You kind of missed a big moment from Superhero, who is still on the back foot of Keelan thus far. And I think Keelan's going to try and hold on to second place here thus far. The GT4s actually have a bit more front tire wear than the rear tires. Oh, Yuri disconnected!
Yeah, Bar's gone as well.
Bar's gone as well. What? And Grand J10. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, wow.
We've lost 3 guys. I came back.
Do you want to red flag it? Do you want to red flag it? Do you want to red flag the race and get them back in the lobby by any chance?
Yeah, I think we're going to do that because there were 3 of them there.
Yeah, nah. If it's 1, then yeah, keep the race going. But since it was 3, yeah, that's a big sizable chunk of the field. Yeah, I'd say red flag this race, man. Yeah, red flag it as quick as you can. Yeah, red flag. So, yeah, so
there was a huge lag spike.
That was a big lag spike.
There.
Yeah, I caught on to that. Yeah, so what we'll do, Elliot, I think
we will reset the race from 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Because that's the closest we can get.
No, it was 3 people. Yeah, so if you want to give control of Palmer, so to slow down the field, if you want to tell Palmer, keep the field steady right now, and then have him stop on the front stretch this time by, you could tell him that. Or unless you want me to tell the guys what's going on as well.
If we could make a note of who was where.
Yuri was leading. I know that for a fact. Grand J10, I believe, was sixth behind.
Yuri, Palmer, James, Jack, Viper.
Hold on. What I'll do is, yeah, Elliot. What I'll do is I'll let you sort out the field, and I'll tell the guys what to do. Okay? Give me 1 second.
Please.
And so the 24 given the word to, he will hold up the field, and he'll park it this time by.
Right, so I have got the race order being Yera, Palmer, James, Jack, Viper, Grand J10, Tice, Keelan, Superhero, and then I've got Doug, Hairraiser, and Bar, but I'm not too sure on their order.
Yeah. So what we'll do now is we'll park the field up in their respective order. Oh.
Well, there's no point doing it now. They need to come off track. We need all drivers off track so that we can get everyone in
order.
Well, no,
I want everyone on the track so that they can see what's going on, essentially. That's what I want. right now.
Okay.
And
I
then
need to reset the lobby, Trev.
Yeah. What I want to happen is we'll start this race with 40 minutes to go, and so so what we'll do now is we'll hold the field up right now. So Viper. Yeah. So what we'll do right now.
Probably gonna be
This,
40 minutes was the, or we could do 30 minutes.
hang on, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Right, everyone's coming off track. I need to reset the lobby. I've got the grid order.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I was a bit late on that one. Right, and so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start the race with about 40 minutes to go, and so of course so what we'll do is we'll log the race results, and we'll.
Well, guys, now that just turned into a one-stop. If you want to stretch your tires.
Stretch the tires.
Well, everyone's going to stay on soft, so we're just waiting on Keelan. Is Keelan in the party chat with CJ?
Yeah, so what we'll do now is we'll get the field reset. Okay, yeah, we're
There's
gonna.
AFK.
Yeah,
That's
so.
fine. I can actually just close the lobby.
No, or okay.
Well, yeah, I've got to reopen the lobby.
That's fair. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Right, so now what we're gonna do.
Alright, I'm gonna go. Alright, you know, I'm gonna take this.
Got some more trimming to do with this video.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
I do like
hi?
that it is an easy fix.
Yeah, it is going to be an easy fix. Yeah, definitely. And now, so we wait for the race lobby to pop back on up with 40 minutes to go. Well, Elliot, is there any possibility that you could restart the race with 45 minutes ago and get the race back up and running?
Oh yeah, good call, good call. No, I can either do 40 or 50 minutes. If I do...
Yeah, I'd say just do 40, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'd
do
say,
it at 40 and do a pace lap, and it should then take it to about 35 minutes, which is where it cut out.
yeah, sounds about right, yeah.
So... Okay, lobby's up, we're back.
Alright, so lobby is back on up. Trying to reset it as quick as I can here. This gives me the chance to basically get some water in my system, obviously, so... So we wait for the lobby to pop back on up. Yep, lobby is back up and up running.
Okay, so I mean the lobby's up, just waiting for people to join.
Yeah. Sorry, I was discussing strategy with my driver in the 20. So
Can you quickly check for me?
Yes.
Go back on the stream and see if you can point out if Bar was ahead of Hairraiser or Doug.
let me check before the stream cut out. So let me see. You want to see if Doug was ahead of? You want to see if Bar was ahead of Doug? You said.
I want to see the order of Doug, Hairraiser, and Bar.
Doug, Hairraiser, and Bar. Yeah, because last time oh, you know what? Let me see. Let me see here.
Well, Bar says that he was in fourth.
Bar was actually ahead of
of
Grand J10, which I think it was then Hairraiser than Doug, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's fine. Right, alter track.
Uh-oh. Yuri just disconnected it once again.
Okay, that's Justin Yera.
Yeah,
He's going to need to Is it in the party with CJ?
I'll tell you what, mate. If we have to, I will. I'll save the lobby settings, and then if I want to host, like have
He's
Yuri.
back in.
Yeah, I'll probably.
This is a repetitive issue. I don't think it's going to help your kids here.
Streaming.
Yeah, I've saved the race lobby settings, so.
Well, if not, we can get Keelan as a backup.
That's fine.
Keelan
Yeah, we'll
worked
have.
the other day.
But then Keelan said he's AFK, so I'm not sure how long that's going to take.
Keelan's rejoined the lobby, so he can't be too AFK.
That's fine. Yeah, wait, hang on. I just saw for a second. Hold on. I just saw the GT4s. Yeah, it's
Okay.
Yeah, it was bar 27 and 10 because Grand G10 was actually 10's actually down in 9th, so I'm not sure if you want to get him back up the field. Just past the GT4s, but you can do what you want.
That's the aim. Is to put reset everyone back into positions because that's how it would be done.
That's fine. And then we'll have, I think it was Hairraiser and Doug, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to confirm to see who was ahead of each other.
So where are we stopping up the track?
We have replay saved for that previous race.
Do we? No, unfortunately we don't.
No, but I think we were able to see people's pit stops anyway, so I think
I'd say so.
But,
yeah, definitely.
right, resettings, edit.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask see if Doug and who was ahead of each other. Who was 11th?
No, it's fine. I've got it. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Well, you said it was a Hairraiser.
Well, no,
Doug,
I'm just kind of guessing. I want to know like 100% who was ahead of each other. That's why I've said.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, who was ahead? Who was 11th and who was 12th?
Oh gosh, my mind's gone blank. Right, that.
Yeah, I know.
That was 12.
Set by host.
Hairraiser was ahead of Doug, so. Oh. Alright, everyone to track again. Yeah, Doug was ahead of Hairraiser.
Okay, so all to track.
Everyone to track. Race. To...
No, don't message. I'm messaging.
Okay, oh. Yeah, I'm just advising everyone that the race will be restarted under safety car and in a single file manner, obviously.
Okay, cool.
And then I will do, here is the running order.
I really thought I was going to ride the rest of the race.
For race restart.
Nope, I guess not. Guess not.
77, 24, 7, then 36, 20, and then 15 for the GT3s. And then it was the 78. And then it was Superheroes number 10, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I think, actually, that's a good question.
If Grand J10
15, he's 15.
If Grand J10 somehow...
Yeah, Grand J10 is 15.
somehow dive bombs me in the first corner, I'm gonna probably go on the next crucial range and just absolutely just take him.
No, don't type anything, don't type anything, don't type anything.
Okay. Right.
Right, Yarra, Palmer, James Head, Jack, Viper, Grand J10, Tice, Keelan Superhero, and it was Bar.
Right, I had to step away as well. We'll get the cars back up and running. So the 77 will get the lead for the race restart as well. Behind him will be the 24 with the 7, then the 36, then the 20, and then it will be followed up by the 78 as well. And I believe, yeah, Grand G10 will restart in 6th because, of course, he wants to stay ahead of the GT4s. for safety reasons, of course.
Was it?
I'm sorry?
Hair Razor Doug.
Yeah, it was Doug
Doug
and Hair. It was Doug Barrow than Hair Razor. Doug Barrow was ahead of himself. Was ahead of Hair Razor, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Oh, perfect shot of Doug, bud. Perfect shot of Grand J10 on the front stretch here, of course. You've got to be thinking about in the minds of the drivers, how are they going to restart this race? Of course, Yuri, of course, one of the drivers that did disconnect on that race restart as well. So the safety car will pick up the field for the one lap, and you've got to be thinking about yourself, the drivers. Of course, you've got that disconnecting, you're thinking to yourself, it might happen again. You don't want to think about it too much if you are the man in first place, Yuri, of course, and you want to do the best that you can to your abilities to make sure you can keep it on track. It's a very long load screen, I should point out as well.
Yeah, this is worrying. Someone's going to get disconnected,
yeah,
I think.
Grand J. Yeah. Do you want to try and get him back in the lobby, Elliot, or no? Do you want to? Do you just want to keep on going?
For one driver,
I'd say let's just keep on going for one driver. If it's a mass disconnect, we'll see how it goes. If people keep getting disconnected, I'd say let's just postpone the race. Postpone it.
Well, not postpone it. If multiple people disconnect, we'll just do a route to reset.
Well, actually, what we'll do, worst case scenario, what we could do is we could basically make it 20 minutes and then take the results from the first 20 minutes of the race and just have them as the race results, to be honest with you. That might be the case. Yeah, I just got a message from Grand J10 saying it's fine, so I guess we'll just keep on going, unfortunately, for Grand J10, who I think was doing he did pretty well early in the race.
He dropped behind the GT4.
Yeah,
so
he did drop behind those GT4s as well. Keep in mind the race restart will be single file this time by, and of course you've got to be thinking about
if you could just put that in the chat.
Yeah, race restart will be single file.
I'll try and lead them around as slowly as possible so you can type it. So yeah, race restart to be single file for the final 40 minutes of this race. Of course, this has kind of changed up strategy in a way, Elliot. If you're basically some of the guys like SLM Viper, for example, who did not have a pretty good start to this race, so he could be obviously have a bit of a rebound for this second half, for the next part of this race, obviously. Yeah.
And you've got to be thinking about Yuri as well, who was one of those drivers that disconnect as well. Do you think the internet could basically have him disconnect once again? And that might throw a curveball to this mix, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hopefully it won't.
Yeah, hopefully it will not, because of course Yuri he did absolutely everything in his power to remain in front for the first 20 minutes of this race. So now it's going to be 11 cars for the second half of this race, or actually just about the second third of this race.
Let's see when's he going to go. He's gone. He's
gone now. Jack Mia, I think, was caught a bit napping. Ooh, and it's going to be side by side. Jack Mia right up alongside the pit wall. Viper up into fourth place.
Up into third, he's going around the outside as well.
No, it's kind of a bit of a bold move there if you're the 20, of course. He's one of the drivers
just looking behind. Bar's got past Superhero, but Superhero's actually just
Viper for third! Viper for third! And he's done it on the race restart!
Yeah.
He's still clear.
How well can he hold it?
He's cleared him. Oh, he's on the gravel.
He can't hold it.
No. Oh, this is going to be close.
It's almost a carbon copy of the start last time.
Oh, James has been tapped a bit wide, but where's Jack Mia? He's actually going to lose a position to Jack Mia as well.
Yeah,
side by side with the 7 and the 36, Jack Mia. Oh.
Exactly where I said that the pass wouldn't be made.
Oh.
Exactly where I said a pass would not be made.
I'll tell you what, though, that's a spot where you don't normally pass. A lot of these guys these GT3s are giving it absolutely everything that they've got at that section right there. That is a very, very bold place to make a move right there.
Oh, Keelan with a huge moment out of the corkscrew. See if you can pick up on that on the replay.
Yeah, we'll see.
He was lucky to hold on to that.
We'll see what we can happen right there. Out of the corkscrew, you say, my friend.
Yeah.
We'll see.
For Keelan.
We'll go on board with him from the draw. Actually, now we're going to do this moment right here as well. Ooh, right at the drop right there. Car
Yeah.
wanted to kick right. Holy moly. 1.3
James
seconds
heads
now.
down the inside of Jack. He's got the move done. Jack's going to fight it on the exit.
James has interestingly got traction control, so... Oh, on the outside, maybe for the 36? No, nothing doing there as of yet.
Just check. Everything else seems in order. I'm not picking up any lag. It was weird because... Oh, and in fact, who's that guy off into the sand pit? It was Doug. Doug was having a slight off-track excursion there, as well as Bar now in front. But I came back to my TV, and I just saw it went silent, and I was worried. I was like, uh-oh. And I saw Keelan shoot off into the barriers and then rejoin the circuit at about 400 mile an hour. and then it just everyone started drop. Well, we had one person drop. Two people actually dropped. Was
is
it?
that
Bar and Yera.
Jack Mia? It is Jack Mia.
Yeah, Jack Mia's gone round. Where's the GT4s? Oh, they're a bit behind. So.
Oh, the rear stepped out majorly. That's what happened to Olivier Pla a couple of years ago at the in the IMSA series. I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure that car wanted steered around like that as well. So. So I'm getting a report of a slight lag from Palmer this time by, from Viper, of course. Oh, Viper on the gravel a little bit. He doesn't want to be on the gravel a bit too much. Oh, James had actually had a bit of a moment as well.
I hit the sausage curve. The Great Wall of China curve.
Yeah, Jack Mia a bit ways away on back. Did Palmer have a big moment we're hearing? Oh, yeah. Oh, my Lord. The right side tires, of course, on the right side, on the gravel. A big moment. And Viper has really come to play. Of course, Yuri had that incredible start at the start of the race. It was a 9-second lead for Yuri, but that's now cut down to pretty much since the restart, about to 2 seconds now. So Yuri, of course, has now got to really push here, of course. A 19.7 for this time by, and a lot of these guys are setting 21s and 20s, so Yuri not messing out and about. He really wants this race win here today. Take a look now on board with the 20 of SLM and Viper. Of course, one of the drivers who did not have a particularly good first stint, but he's really recovered this time by, and I think he might have just gotten a saving grace here for this race restart.
Oh, no, not again.
Oh, he's really on the gravel, as a matter of fact.
Curve again. My God.
And you can tell some of the driver frustration from the 20 now as he's really trying to... Oh, he's actually going on again! So this is not what we need for the number 20. And this is going to be close as anything. Palmer and Yuri now 2 seconds apart, as well as Palmer and Viper 2 seconds apart. Oh, big moment there. We'll go on board now with the 24. See how much wheel movement that had to be right there. Oh, from left to right just to keep the thing dead planted. And so now he's really trying to get away from Viper and get closer to Yuri. But Yuri just super quick in the Ferrari, of course. The MR mid-engine rear-wheel drive experience coming in clutch for the Spaniard, and he's really hustled out a bit of a 2.8 second gap here in this with about 32 minutes to go. We'll take a quick look back at the GT4 grid now, where Tice actually has just had a 4/10 penalty, now down to 2/10 of a second now, and it looks like the race for the GT4 class is a bit closer, but of course not close enough. We tell the Winding Road guys having a bit of a comeback as well. Death Barrel Hair Racer, of course, well and truly out of the running for now. But Tice, Keelan, and Superhero really trying to basically have a copy-paste repeat of the battles that once were from last time by. Oh, big moment from Viper. And this is allowing James Head to rapidly close up here and see if he can try and stop the party and crash the party from the 20, of course. Oh, big moment for the 20, of course. Home soil track for him, of course, in the United States. He's really trying to be as careful and considerate as he can. Learn from the mistakes of his first stint. Of course, the disconnect and the red flag, of course, benefiting him somewhat for this race restart. Yuri's just gone, as Viper says it, on right in the same room as me. An absolutely quick Spaniard behind the wheel of the 77 Cymax car. And we're looking at possibly 9 wins for the Cymax team, of course. Yuri's 5th win of the season here thus far. And if you want domination, the same way that Yuri's looking at it right now, trail back to our GT3 series, where it was Yuri and Swift going out for the driver's title. Swift won 6 races of the season. That's the kind of domination that Yuri's looking at possibly having right about now for this race.
That was a recipe for disaster. Well, they had another second.
Oh, James is going around. Good save for James. Take a look about it from his point of view. Actually, as a matter of fact, we'll go look back from the back of the 20. He hit the saucer curve, upset the car. Oh, big save for James. What a save that was for him. Not particularly sure. Oh, he's gone. Oh, in the background, James has gone around. And James has gone around. Big moment for the 7. Oh, he just dipped it into the gravel. Unfortunate for the 7, who actually did extremely well for the first third of the race, and unfortunately it's just becoming unraveling for him. Unfortunately, he did super well early on in this race, but it's so frustrating. I've got to assume for the 7, unfortunately. And so Yuri still leading the way by 3 seconds. Oh, just right over the sausage curve goes Yuri. And he's absolutely on it here today at Laguna Seca over his teammate Palmer. Of course, they are teammates, but of course Yuri would want that championship more than anything. And getting his 5th win of the season, as well as a fastest lap bonus point, will definitely help him in the long run as well. Jack Mia gaining a bit of time from James Head's spin, of course, as well. Of course, not that far off as well. Tice battling it with Keelan as well. And Superheroes lost out a bit of time as well. There's a car that's well and truly... Actually, no, that's actually just... that's just Yuri. He's just really well ahead at the moment. Kind of a bit of a quiet race here. Of course, we're getting a battle between the 27 and the 13. Bar 27, of course, he's not been on the podium this season, but he would like it a podium as well. I don't think he has much in the terms of podiums in SLM, but of course, would he love it to get up onto the podium here today if he can able to. Thank you on board now with Bar 27 in the 27 for a quick lap around the WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca circuit.
And in fact, as Trevor disappears there, we've got a battle between... Keelan's got in front for the GT4s, Tyson behind, Superhero is being hounded by Bar. So it is a shame that Trevor's disappeared during these 2 battles going on here. Tyson just gives Keelan a little bump there. Come on, Trev. Hurry back. As James Head is into the pits. Jack Mears also followed him in as well. Viper with a huge slide round turn 1. As he's trying to hunt down Palmer, who's 3.8 seconds up the road. Check back in on the GT4 battle. Hair Razor side by side battling out for last place. Price has dropped back from Keelan, has picked up half a second penalty. Anyone into the pits? No, not yet. None of the GT4s are in yet. James has rejoined back in 4th, 32 seconds down from Viper. Jack Mears actually just come out, or has come out just behind him.
So that was a hot lap of the WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca loadout from the perspective of Bar 27 Ferrari GT4 as well. Were you back while I was on that hot lap with Bar 27?
Yeah, I was. I came back because
I told like enjoy a hot lap, and I didn't even realize we're back because I unplugged my headset. So.
Yeah, that was really bad timing. But Keelan's got in front of Tice. And Bar was right on the back of Superhero as well.
Yeah, Superhero I think has gained a little bit of time because that gap was well above 2 seconds, but now it's gone back down to 1.5 seconds almost between those two. Oh, there he was. Twice does have a penalty, and Keelan, of course, back into the lead of this race. I'll tell you what, though, for the drivers that have benefited on the restart...
Keelan went wide.
Elliot James actually had a spin coming out of the second and final corner as well.
Yeah,
so he's had 2. Did I miss
2
one?
spins. Yeah. Yep. Well, he had 2 on the same lap.
Oh, really? I missed that.
I thought you picked up on them both, but okay. Yera's catching up to the back markers.
Yeah, so
on
this
lap
is going
10
to be
again, so...
Viper into the pits for his, assuming his second pit stop of the day, because of course on that restart, he was indeed able to catch back up to the rest of the field.
Interestingly, he can splash and dash. He only needs to take in just over... Considering that it's a 40-minute race and he's just under half...
He's going to try and one-stop
24 minutes.
He's going to try and... I think they're going to try and one-stop it, I think.
Well, it's 2 stops because of
the fuel situation, obviously, I think.
Yeah, do you know what? Viper's going to the end. Viper's going right to the end here.
I don't think so, because you've seen how Viper quickly... you've seen how quick the tire degradation is for Viper. I think he's got to come in for another stop, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, but I'm just thinking in terms of... if he can keep it on the road, he can go to the end on this fuel load.
He's had a couple hairy moments the first stint, so I'm not sure how that's going to play out. Also, as a matter of fact, Yuri's lead from 9 seconds on the first time before he got disconnected was cut down to 2.5 seconds. So Palmer's been very consistent on this race restart.
Absolutely.
Climax cars are going to stay out. Yeah, I think they're going to go to. I think they're going to try and go halfway for it. I'm pretty sure. I think.
Yeah, they need 3 minutes. 3 minutes will take them to halfway. So Viper's fuel needs to last, or it needs to get to halfway in 3 minutes. James has made a mistake, I think, somewhere, because Jack's now right on the tail of him.
Let me take a look and see what's happened there. Has he... Well, it was truly well before the replay, I'll tell you that much, so definitely something has happened, I believe. I'm not sure what the deal is for James at the moment. Of course, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but James did extremely well the first race before the disconnect, and I hate to see him down to 4th because I think he well and truly earned that 3rd place for that race.
Yeah,
we've
got the traffic.
Is there traffic for the leaders once again? Oh, Yuri! Really aggressive on the pass there before the corkscrew. He did not want to get held up at any given moment there.
And Palmer's next to get past Bar.
I think the Cymax cars are going to try and go to the end. Yuri's actually in.
No, yeah, I
Palmer in as well. So
Palmer's followed.
So this is going to be a bit interesting here as well, because do you think they're going to try and go one more stop? I'm pretty sure.
Viper's burning through his fuel. But this should be their only...
Oh, Jack Mears with a disconnect. Oh, no. Oh,
That definitely is a shame, but I'm not getting any lag at all whatsoever from anyone, so I do wonder if that was a disconnect. I didn't even see that if he'd gone off the track at all. I don't know if you could pick up a replay and try and ride on
yeah,
board with him.
let me see what happened. Oh, no, unfortunately I'm not able to. Yeah, I'm
Does
not
it blur
able to.
out?
Yeah, I'm not able to, unfortunately. Oh my goodness me, the light of God. I went to Palmer's point of view and it just showed me the light of God, essentially. Oh my lord.
Viper's taken the lead.
He has taken the lead. Oh my
And
goodness.
he's got enough fuel to take him to the end. He has enough fuel to take him to the end. So does Yerra's overfueled and so's Palmer.
Do you think they're going to try and... I mean, they've got the fuel to the end. That's a given. Do you think they're going to try and come back in just for tires as a next stop?
Who, Viper?
No, Yerra and Palmer.
No. They can go to the end now.
No, I'm saying on tires, not on fuel. Fuel,
Yeah,
they're
they
fine.
can go to the end.
But their tire wear is going to be another story, though, I think.
Well, they did, 11 laps before they pitted? Yerra did 12. Yerra did 12 laps and then came into the pits.
Right.
And that's taken him to just under halfway. So I think it'll be okay to go to the end. Viper, his tyres will be shot to pieces, but it is just keep it on track.
Yeah. And like I said, I think with the fuel that he's got, he's bound to make another stop. That's a given. But I'll tell you what, though, from the qualifying performance that Viper has had, I did not think we'd see him leading at least a couple laps in today's race, I'm pretty sure. We only have four GT3s left in this race. We only have 4 GT3s.
Yeah.
Doug's come out of the pits. Barr's actually gone through for third. Barr has gone through for third. So now he's the leading whiny red racing car. I'll tell you what, though, what a well-earned podium this would be if Bar 27 can keep it on the road here thus far. He will have to come in for the pits, but I think it's going to be only one single stop here for these GT4s. He's going to stay out. Keelan and Tice, I assume they're just drafting it away. That's a given. And this is the battle that we've been waiting for all race long, Viper and Yure. Of course, we know Viper is going to come in for one more stop before the end of this race. That's a given. But what about Yure, who's going to be all over the back of bumper of this number 20 car? Because this is going to be insanely close here between these two cars. Yeah, Palmer's losing a lot of time now because Jerry is in the slipstream now. 6/10 between the two cars. And this is going to have to be where Viper's going to absolutely fight. And to make it matters worse, it's going to be a bit of traffic as well. And so those two cars getting on by pretty quickly here. What will Yure do going into the corkscrew? Nothing doing there yet. Not close enough. Oh, big kick of force here for both cars.
Was that Superhero having an issue back there at turn 5?
Was there?
I think it was. That's who they were just passing, was Superhero, who'd had a moment. Because Bar pit.
Oh, Yuri with a big slide.
Yeah, he was lucky to get away with that.
Holy moly. And he is not a man that makes mistakes. He is not a man that makes mistakes well and easily. Oh. I'll tell you what, though. One more. Oh, you know what? Right on the back bumper. Viper onto the inside. I'm going to go on board with the interior view because we have got to see how much wheel correction Yuri had to make right there. Oh, full wheel walk to the left. Full wheel walk.
My microphone cut out there.
Oh,
I was just saying he was trying to go around the outside.
He tried it right there, but nothing worked.
Oh, Viper! Whoa, Viper! I thought that was going to be a carbon copy, and he was heading for the barrier. Oh,
you ain't kidding! Holy moly! This is going to be on the absolute level of grip right here. 7/10 between these two cars. Viper, we know, has to make another stop, but if Yuri, if Viper can make life difficult for Yuri on this set of tires, I think it's got to force Yuri to come in for another set of pit stops. And you've got Palmer, who's made a second up on these two right now. So Palmer is
Viper
catching.
with a huge slide.
Palmer is catching, that's a given. So this is going to be close.
Sorry. Excuse me. Let's just see. Yera doesn't get the run out of the last corner that he did on the previous lap.
And so we'll go James Head actually into the pits.
Yeah. I saw someone coming in there. I wasn't sure who it is, but James Head is in. This will be...
I'll tell you what, he's the last guy that's running in the GT3
He just
class.
needs tyres.
He's not going to...
He just needs tyres.
No, he's going to need fuel as well. He's going to try and undercut these two. He's going to try and undercut these two.
We've got a quarter of the race left. Quarter of the race and a quarter of the tank. He's all right.
You've got about 10 to 15 minutes right now where it's going to be about 5-minute window for your pit cycle right now. Oh, Viper going a bit wide. Yuri as well with a kick of oversteer. Close racing for a lot of these guys.
Palmer's there. James is over-fueling. James is taking in way too much fuel. I think their fuel strategies are just ruined. And in fact, Superhero's on the back of bar again.
Oh, Yuri with another big moment. He actually had to let off the throttle because he actually ran over the curbs. He's lost about 3 to 4 tenths right now to Viper up front. So Yuri having an extremely difficult life behind
James
Viper
has got out in clear traffic. James has got out in clear road.
He's going to try and undercut these leaders right now, I'm pretty sure.
Well, keep an eye on the GT4 battle between Bar and Superhero. This is for a podium. Down the inside goes Superhero. And he's got the move done.
They are teammates, so they are teammates. Good move for Superhero. If you want to keep an eye on that battle, I'm going to keep an eye.
Bar's coming back. Bar's coming back into turn 5. No, wait. Yeah, he sits in behind. Oh, but he gives Superhero a little nudge.
Oh, right over the sausage curve right there for Superhero. That would definitely blow out a tire, I'm pretty sure.
Tyres on the back of Keelan. What's that battle up here? Wow. Okay, we got the 3 cars together.
We've got about 3 battles going on right now. First and second for GT4. First and second for GT3, and third and fourth for GT4 right now. Elliot, there's a lot to cover right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Where's our third commentator? Let's have a look. So the big battles, it's got to be Palmer catching Yuri and Viper.
Another big moment for Viper once again. He's going to be with the fuel level that Viper's got right now, he's got to absolutely survive as much as he can to stay well and truly
push. He's got enough fuel to push.
With 13 minutes to go, I don't
Viper
think so.
just needs to keep him behind. Yeah, he does. He does. Like I said, we had a 40-minute race. Within 20 minutes, their fuel had depleted to half.
Well, he's under a quarter with about 13 minutes to go. Yuri is now right on the back bumper of Viper right now, so this is going to be close.
Yeah, let's see. Is Yuri going to get the run out the corner? Not quite.
No, Viper, I think, had
See, this is the issue. The issue is Yera's car's heavier, but got fresher tyres. Viper's car is lighter, but it's got worse tyres, so they're pretty equally matched.
So Viper is sliding a bit more because with that less fuel in the
Palmer's
car.
gone deep. Oh, he's on the road. Palmer went deep. Palmer went very deep in trying to catch them.
Let's see here. Yeah, a bit too deep for the 24.
Was Keelan in front of Tice?
Tice has been leading that battle for pretty much a mile ago. Superhero now is still leading away. What's good is that I can actually keep an eye on Tice, Keelan, and then Superhero and Bar. Oh! 20. Oh, this is going to be close. Yuri going to try and force up the inside.
Yera's having a sniff at turn 5. It's not.
Yeah, fair enough for Viper. He
He
had that line pretty much well covered. He had to move back because.
Where's Superhero? Superhero's ahead of Bar.
Yeah, that battle for third in GT4 still rupturing out. Palmer's now caught back up to this lead battle. These two have been battling for so much that he's completely caught back up to this. This is not good for Yuri.
There will be no team orders at Sidemax.
No,
there will be no team orders at Sidemax.
I don't think so. Yeah, Viper. Oh, he's gonna be bound to pit pretty soon here. I'm pretty sure.
No, he doesn't need to pit. 100%. Viper does not need to pit.
He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to. Look at the fuel how much is consumed. Yuri and Palmer are good. Oh, did Palmer go deep again? No, he just... Oh, it looks like he went deep again, I'm pretty sure.
Right, where's the other battles? Bar's not catching Superhero.
Slight bit of lag, but nothing too severe thus far.
Superhero gone deep into the corkscrew.
Oh, Palmer's
Bar's
lost
on him.
about 6 times.
Wow, what a run
Yuri
from Bar.
trying. Oh,
What a run from Bar.
did he get by him? Oh no, Bar's gone deep. He's gonna. Oh my goodness me. Oh, Yuri's still applying the pressure on the Viper. He is not cracking whatsoever. This is great. This is great racing right here for the lead of this race.
Palmer.
Oh, is he actually hit him?
Lag from Viper. Lag from Viper.
That was a bit lag, yeah. Oh, is there contact? I don't think there was contact, but it looked extremely close.
Oh, Yera!
Yuri with a big slide.
Oh my god, get that. Yeah. I thought Palmer was going to have him.
Yeah, big
Is
lag
Palmer
spot.
going to look into the last corner? Here goes Palmer to the inside. No, not quite.
Yeah, we'll go on board with Yuri right here, right now. And that was
This
a
is
big.
exciting.
And usually that was a big
Viper's
kick from
gonna have to
Yuri.
fit.
Oh,
was.
full wheel
It's
off
huge.
once again from Yuri. And Viper still leads the
Bar's
way.
really struggling now.
Viper in the
Bar's
red.
struggling
He's
now.
going to have to come in this time by.
Yeah, he is. He's going to have to come in. I am surprised at this. Yeah. I was wrong. Hands up. I was wrong. Oh, Viper with a slide.
Oh, Palmer slide too.
Yuri, I'm gonna pit, so.
This is just insane. He's gone again. Here comes Yuri to the
here comes-
outside.
Yep, right alongside for the race lead.
What's Palmer going to do? Palmer's going to sit in behind.
Viper still holds on. Oh my!
Oh,
Palmer's
wow,
gonna
what
get
a-
right by
what a-
Yuri.
One. Palmer's got what? He's tucked in. Palmer's tucked in between.
Oh my goodness me! Yuri thought he had it, but instead of
This
getting it,
is
he lost the lead
insane.
to Palmer. No freaking.
Palmer has taken P2 from Yera, who was. Oh, he's. I don't know if he had enough stuff.
This is
Yera's struggling.
insane!
They're all struggling. They are all struggling.
Oh my word!
Trevor, they are all struggling.
They are majorly struggling.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no! He's gone
Yera's
around!
avoided. Yera's avoided. And 3-second penalty for Viper.
Yeah, that was bound to happen, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Yera's just had a. I think Yera's just hit Palmer into the last corner.
Oh, really?
I was just trying. I got.
Oh my word.
Dude, I was just trying to get to
I can't wait for
That was exciting.
I can't wait for all of the. Oh, what? Jimmy lost his points again or something like that. I'm like,
The
oh
interviews.
my god. Yeah, definitely.
probably about 7, 5.5, 6-ish.
James actually might get the pass on Viper as well. Keep that in mind with that spin.
No, here comes. Well, Viper just spun his wheels up coming out the pit. Yeah, James is going to have him. Oh, not by hitting the pit wall. He won't. James just hit the pit wall.
Did he actually?
Yeah. It was gentle, but he hit it.
Bar's lost a
James
bit of
is
time
James is-
superhero right now.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Where's
Bar's struggling.
Here comes Yere, right up on his teammate. I'm not sure if they're going to enforce team orders here, basically, because of the fact that Palmer is leading this
They won't.
championship. I feel like
They
they. I don't. I'll tell you what, though. I think they're just going to let him go all out. I think they're going to let him go all out.
Yeah, it's a battle now.
Because, like I said,
This is a
Yere
battle.
is a man who doesn't make a lot of mistakes. So this is going to be insanely close racing here between these two right here.
In theory, Palmer should keep it because he's like,
Oh,
Yera!
Oh,
He kept it out of the wall. He did keep it out of the wall.
Holy
That
moly!
So close
Oh my-
to going wrong.
Like I said, Yuri is a man that doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's making small, minor mistakes in that 77. He's feeling the pressure to keep getting by the 24.
I can't even. I'm not even gonna eat. I'm not even touching my dinner. That's how into this race I am right now. My dinner is on my right side. I'm not even looking at it.
And
This
you've got
is
traffic.
absolutely
And you've got
insane.
traffic up ahead as well.
Yeah, who is it? Doug and Hairraiser.
Yeah,
They
this is
were
going to play a
squabbling.
humongous role into this race.
Doug just went round the outside. Doug just went right round the outside of Hairraiser into turn 5.
In a spot where you don't overtake for a position. Wow.
Exactly what I said before the race started. Right, here we go.
Palmer's
Traffic
gonna
ahead.
Oh.
Hairraiser's got out of the way.
That's fine. Yep, good sportsmanship for Hairraiser to let those guys fight because he knows this is a very tough. Oh, Yuri with a big moment again. Oh, Doug's actually spun it. He's actually spun it.
Oh, he has. He has. Where's Hairraiser? Is Hairraiser going to gain out of this?
I don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Slowly trundles past.
But Yuri's right up on the back bumper of his teammate. He's right up on the back bumper of his teammate. Palmer, I think,
I don't want team orders. I really don't want team orders.
Slimax, if you're listening to this, no team orders, please. Slimax, no team orders, please. Yuri's gone deep, right up on the outside.
Tell us if there's team orders.
Right up on the outside. Can Yuri hold it on the inside? Good move. Good defending work from Palmer. Slimax, if you're listening to this, dude.
But he's got deep.
Oh, he's actually hit him.
Nudge. There was a nudge.
Slimax, if you're listening to this, no team orders, please. This is great. Let these two fight. That's how insane this race is right now.
But at least they're going to have some fantastic photos after the race.
Oh, definitely. I can tell the PR room.
They're catching next. They're catching Bar next.
I can tell the PR room at Cymax are going absolutely crazy right now. Let me tell you what.
Imagine live tweets. God, that person's finger would be growing muscles.
Oh,
they got traffic. They've got traffic. Bar's not really moving out the way.
No, it's. Oh, this is going to hold up Palmer. This is going to hold him up. This is the loud Palmer. Yeah. This is just prolong the lead for
the inside. He's not.
Oh, he's still not letting him by. Now he's gonna let him.
He needs to. Yep. Oh. Bar on the rejoin. Whoa.
Palmer's hit Yuri wide.
Palmer's been nudged. Palmer was nudged wide there from Yera.
Just slight. Did Yuri take the lead?
I've got to say, Yera needs to give that place back.
Yeah, I think he's to get. I think that was slight contact from Yuri. Oh, I'll tell you what though, I think with Bar in the way, that might have compromised Yuri's inability.
Palmer 24?
Palmer is 24. Superhero actually gone by off the gravel, off the racing line, in the gravel to let these guys on by. Yeah, there was definitely contact between the 77 and 24. I'm not sure if Bar induced that, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think it was. I think it might have been more of Yuri's responsibility, I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness me, Yuri almost went off into the gravel. Oh my word. 77 to allow the 24 back on through. And so now, what will Yuri do to let the 77 to let the 24 on by with about less than 4 minutes to go? Yuri actually might have to come in for the pits. Look at how Palmer's actually going to fuel up. They splash and dash.
Oh yeah, look at the fuel loads.
Yeah, okay, you know what? If Palmer had to come into the pits, then I'd say let Yuri keep his position. Let Yuri keep the position.
Oh no, they'll have to swap. They will still have to swap.
I'd say let him keep the position. If Palmer had to pit, then I'd say that negates the whole thing.
Nah.
Palmer's actually
should have given the place back and then got into the pits.
Yeah, Viper actually might not be out of this equation as well. Palmer getting a bit of fuel.
Where's Palmer? There's
Viper actually might be in the mix of this as well. Keep that in mind.
Viper's coming through. Viper's coming through.
Yeah, Viper might not even be out of this fight for second.
They're going to come out. No. Palmer's going to come out ahead. Palmer is going to come out just ahead.
But don't think that Viper will play it aggressive with about 3 minutes to go. This will be all or nothing for Viper right now. And James is not even that far off as well. Yuri, I think, has got to come into the pits. Hey, I think it's got to splash and dash it.
Yeah.
Just to splash and dash. I don't think new rubber would help. I think new rubber would help out as well. Because I think with the new rubber,
I don't think it is right that Yera pushed his teammate off the circuit to get the pass done. I strongly believe that was wrong.
I'd say don't penalise him. Yeah, you're into the pits. Don't penalise Yuri.
He touched the yellow line again. Yera's touched the yellow line twice that I've seen now.
What, on the left?
On the left-hand side, yep.
Well, wait, hang on. Hang on now. It's more or less it's going to be on the right side. Why make it on the left?
What?
Why make it on the left to penalise the driver if they're going to come into the pits?
Because that's cutting the corner. That is effectively cutting the pit entry. You're straight lining it across.
That doesn't make sense to me, though. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yera's straight back out again. Yera's straight back out again.
He only took fuel, but no, like I said, I don't think that makes sense. For I'd say let Yuri. But
Yera did put. Yera just punted him off the track into the final corner.
I don't think. Well, to be fair, Palmer lost. Oh, I'll tell you what though, with the tire wear right now, this is going to be interesting. I'll tell you what, we could discuss it after the race, but for now, let's just finish strong here for this race. It's about 5-second difference now between Palmer, who's on fresh rubber, and Yuri, who is still on those really worn racing softs.
He's got to give that place back, in my opinion.
We'll discuss it after the race. I'd say let's not get too political in terms of race control right now, and we'll see. We'll discuss it after the race. So
I'll just give him another warning just to say he's got them through.
24.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, Yuri's still not doing it. Yeah, Yuri, I don't think is doing it. Oh, it's so difficult. And now, Viper gonna get held up majorly by traffic.
Whoa!
Oh, he's actually had a moment. Oh, I might put a little bit of blame on. There was a.
You need to catch the replay on that one.
Yeah, let me do so for that one real quickly as well. Oh, Bar went on the gravel. Actually rejoined right in the front of Viper. So.
Okay.
Oh, and he's actually hit him as we come back on.
He hit him.
He's just trying to get by him. I don't. Oh, he's
trying to get past.
I think he just hit him again.
Yeah, he did. There was another bump. Oh, superhero.
2 seconds the difference between. Oh, Yuri with a big slide.
Oh, what
I wonder if Yera's
hell?
now backing off. I reckon Yera is now backing off to let Palmer back through.
Did.
Uh-oh. Holding up for like 2 damn seconds.
Oh, Bar just hit Viper
Yep,
off.
Yera's let him through. Yera's let him through. Palmer takes the win.
Oh, man.
Palmer takes the win.
Viper in for third. Somehow, James had just on the
James
back.
head in for fourth.
Keelan takes the class win. Get the fastest laps of the race for the GT4 guys while you can, as well.
Yeah, it is 26.6 for Keelan. 26. Oh gosh, hang on. 26.5.2. 26.5.7. 26. Oh gosh, this is difficult. I think it was. I think Ty's got it actually.
Save the clip. Save the clip. But Palmer, I think, taking a rather controversial win in my opinion, but I guess we'll discuss it in the podium interviews as well. I think, I think had Yuri not hit him,
the regulations do state this. The regulations do state if you a push to pass where you push a car wide is allowed. A bump, I think it's is it a bump to pass where you bump a car off the track, which all 4 wheels blow off the track for Palmer. The place has to be given back.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to go out and about as well. We will quickly invite these guys in as well. But I don't know how that. I'll be honest. I don't want this to get too controversial, but I feel like it's going to, unfortunately. But oh, that was tough. Oh my goodness me.
I didn't lie. You're in the go on the race.
Yeah,
But that's good. Come on.
I think superhero. I'm pretty sure. I'm just suggesting the guys for you as well.
Okay.
That-
Superhero.
Oh man. Yeah, Yuri did get the fastest lap of the race as well with a 19.7. But man,
So that'll give him a point back.
But that's so tough in my opinion. Oh,
I've only been able to invite 4 people. Let me get yours in. I don't think I've got superhero added.
oh, that's tough though. I feel like I've got to feel
this
bad
one
for.
fun?
I have to feel bad for Yuri in some way because I think. You know,
The problem is the traffic was affecting the race there, and the fact that Palmer was bumped off the track as opposed to just being wide was the crucial factor there.
It's gonna have to be. I think it's got to be for a discussion after the race, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say let's just. Yuri, in my opinion, I think was definitely first on the road there because I think he did absolutely everything right in his power to try and get the race win there, as well. But yeah, I think unfortunately it just didn't go the way as well. Actually, I'll tell you what as well. Viper, I think, lost his third place position as well to James Head because we completely forgot about the fact that Viper cut the pit lane as well, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's true. That is true. And in fact, I saw, like I said, Yera cut over that a few times. What is it, twice? I think I saw him do it. So
Yeah,
that'd be a
I'm pretty
5-second penalty.
Yeah, I think James might have just gotten third place. I'm pretty sure. I'll tell you what. We'll get Viper in here as well, just to. Yeah, we'll get him in here as well. And if no one wants to come into the party, that's fine. That's a given as well. That one.
Okay, thanks for that.
That wouldn't surprise me, unfortunately, as well. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't blame Yuri for his emotions right now because of the fact that he did absolutely everything in his power to try and get that win.
Why are you inviting James into the... James...
Because he got third. Because Viper had that 3-second...
Well, it's all provisional. It's all provisional. So I need to look at penalties before we can make that judgment.
All right, well, I'd say we'll move on to our podium finishing interviews. We'll start off with Viper in third. Viper, man, you've got to be absolutely livid because on that first stint before the red flag, you were absolutely nowhere at the top of that field, and you just came back from basically nowhere to finish what I believe is going to be fourth place. But at the moment, you're sitting right now on third place. Tell us about your race podium right now.
If there was ever an up and down sort of race day, that was it right there. Because going from spinning out repeatedly in my first and second stint until the red flag happened, and then I did everything in my power to try to get back up there, then I lost out, and then I tried going for the two-stop there. I got in front of Yuri, and then just as soon as I was trying to get back to my 10-minute mark back up to the to pit again, the car just absolutely lost its rear tires, and I just had no rear stability whatsoever, even if I threw a little bit of gas here and there. But you know, I'm actually looking for the through the rule book right now as when pitting. Oh yeah, 3-second first offense, 3-second penalty. So I think you're speaking to the wrong third place guy here, if I do say so myself. But anyway.
Has to wait until penalties are done after the race.
Okay. Well, so even if I feel bad for James now if he gets the third place bonus because he won't be speaking on the interview. But anyway, it was a good battle there with SLM guys there with Yuri and Palmer right there. I'm not really too sure why Palmer was winner of that race because I'm pretty sure Yuri was going to win that race by the time I looked. But that's oh well, that's just their deal. That was with the SLM guys in the steward's box right there. But hey, I'll stick with my provisional P3 provisional finish. And I am tired because I just got done a 4-hour endurance race like 12 hours ago. But anyway, it was a good day at Laguna Seca here. Really tough. This was probably the most physically exhausting track since the Nürburgring, to be honest with you. So it was a good day for us, the Speedy Motorsports Garage.
And so, of course, I think at the end right there, you did have a bit of an incident with bar 27 right there, and I actually did catch that on a replay, so I'm not sure if that's something going to be taken into account as well. I guess we're going to have to review it after the race.
He ran me wide going out to the first corner, because and then freaking have to hold up in the back of him. I don't know what in the world he did there. I don't know if he like turned me or dumped me in the corkscrew right there, but it cost me just a lot of time right there. So I don't know. To be honest, I'll have to go back and check the replay on that.
And so I think a rather really, really unpredictable day for you, Viper. Was there? And one final question for you as well. I think after starting P6 as well, pretty much having, I'd say, the worst performance that I've seen all season. Not to kind of rub shade at you or something like that. Did you ever think that there was going to be like a red flag and actually have you ending up on the podium somehow after all that?
Nope. Did not expect that red flag. If that red flag wasn't there, I probably wouldn't be here talking about my race right now.
Always expect the unexpected.
And so another interesting day for, I think, one of our typical podium finish right there. We normally be going right to Yuri as well, but like I said, he's not going to make it in. But I kind of have to feel for Yuri as well. He did push Palmer wide, but I think once again, I think it's just he was really trying to push harder there. And like I said, he's not a man that makes mistakes that often. He's a very, very talented driver, and I think today might have just slipped from him once again. So we'll move instead to the man with his 5th win of the season, SLM with a Palmer once again. It really looked like you were pretty much on the back foot, right behind Yuri all race long. Was there any given doubt that you might have not won, or possibly could have won this race? But was there any doubt that middle of the race you were not winning this race?
Well, like, to be honest, after qualifying, of course, I sort of knew that pace wasn't really relative to my race pace, and of course that was relevant in the first stint, as of course Yuri pulled out. I think it was like a 9-second gap. Then of course the red flag came out. I think it was like 3 people disconnected, of course. Yeah, and to be honest, I think it was just probably PSN issues, because I think lots of drivers had issues with other people lagging at like the same points. Like I had a moment where James and Viper had a massive lag spike and went straight into the wall. Like at the same time going into the Platinum corner, but then they came back. But yeah, like then, to be honest, I think Viper definitely was towards this win. Of course, I would have loved to take it like actually on track. Because it's never really how like any driver wants to win a race, but yeah, like I wasn't like being that little bump. I knew that Yuri was a lot more better on the brakes into pretty much every single corner, but yeah, like it forced me wide and almost into the gravel. I'm not gonna say anything else towards like if I think it was the right decision or not, because of course I don't want to be biased or anything, but yeah, to be honest, I did not think this especially with how like bad my pace was, and of course I was on the back foot from James, Jack and Viper, of course at the first half of the first stint. But yeah, like of course, like I said, Viper basically helped me towards this, holding up Yuri, and then of course Yuri tried to go for a move, and yeah, I managed to get the better run, and
I honestly did not. I honestly don't know how I defended that car within the last lap. I was all over the place.
Yeah, I was pretty much like not even full throttle through like the last sector. You were like all over the place, but of course, like we had no idea with how the fuel would was going to be in that after the restart, because of course it's different amounts of fuel from the 40-minute mark, with it being 100%, and of course just underfueled by about 3 laps. Yeah, but, luckily it sort of came out in my favour in a way, but of course I do feel for Yuri. He drove an absolutely fantastic race, and he did get screwed over by, of course, all of these events and that, and the red flag. But he definitely had the pace to win today. But of course, with that, with having to hand back the position, of course, I do understand why he's not here right now in the interview box, but. Yeah, overall, hopefully, we can have another good battle in the next race.
Yeah, I think we've all got a feel for Gary here on the fact that he drove possibly the absolute hardest out of everyone, and it's just he was still unfortunately just short of the line. And so, like I said, it's very difficult kind of imagining his emotions right now. But I'd say if there was a driver of the day right now, it has to be Gary, because he drove he drove that Ferrari off his socks, and it's like he pretty easily did it better than anyone, I have to say. But unfortunately, he just fell short, and I think that's just how some realities of racings are at times right there. And then so, like I said, Palmer getting his 5th win this season, of course. Yere in 2nd, Viper in 3rd. We'll move on to our GT4 class podium finishers right now. We'll start off with the man in 3rd, Superhero. Superhero, once again, another successful 3rd place for you today in your 2nd race of the Ferrari GT World Challenge here today at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. Tell us about your race today.
I believe the racing was pretty good. Unfortunately, when the red flag came out, it was quite unfortunate. Loads of drivers dropping out and all that. Then after that incident with Tyrus and seeing Keelan and Tyrus just run away with it, I tried my best, but no. Obviously, Slipstream, they just ran away. There was just nothing much I would do. I think near the end of the race, bit hot-headed, a bit low emotional, because I thought I could randomly thought I could win today, or probably got a decent 2nd again, but other than that, the racing was proper top notch as usual. Love it. I just love it with the racing, but unfortunately with that incident, all hell went loose after that.
And so a good day once again for you, Superhero, as well. Of course, do you think you're going to try and round out the rest of the season with the Winding Road Racing guys to try and get at the Cymax guys for a couple of wins, of course?
Yeah, I'm going to proper give it a go. I'm going to make sure I can try and put some money where it can slip in the pocket and try and get above. But no, with the Cymax guys, obviously they are on the pace, non-stop, always working hard on it. So yeah, it's literally a lot of training for me, but I'm going to make sure I can give it all my best on a challenge for them.
And so another good day for Superhero once again in the number 10 Ferrari for the GT4 class. Move on to, once again, SLM Tice, who unfortunately your win streak did come to an end, unfortunately, today. But of course you gave it absolutely everything you had for today's race. Tell us about your race today, Tice. Oh, is he not even here?
No, he's not.
Mother...
Let me just...
No, he's
give me a
not.
sec. I'll ping him on Discord.
Yeah, what we'll do now is we'll actually move on to our race winner, Keelan, who you come back from your disconnect last time at Interlagos, and while you get underway to get Tice in the party as well. Tell us about your race today, Keelan, while you're getting your fellow teammate into the party chat.
Well, for starters, I didn't lag out. I'm happy. The issue was the modem being downstairs and the upstairs. I was only running at 12 megabytes per second download midweek, and then moved upstairs, and now I'm running at about 25 to 27, which I reckon is the reason why. But usually that should have been an issue, but unfortunately it happens. Today, me and Tice all week have been pretty much neck and neck. Probably the past couple days before today, I had the edge by like 2 or 3 tenths, but Tice today definitely on the ball, especially qualifying. He put in a 26.3, which I was hoping that I could do, but no, it just went a bit wrong in quali. Couldn't really get a lap hooked up, and my worst lap turned out to be a 26.7, so I'm not too disheartened by that, but it's definitely somewhere to improve on in the race. It was just about keeping everything clean in turn 1. There's multiple lines that you can take in that corner, so trying not to hit someone is quite difficult. In the race, I think I've either tapped Tice or he's tapped me going into that corner. It's just something that happens, and you just need to be aware of it when it happens. But apart from that, our job was just trying to put a gap to the cars behind, all the Winding Road racing guys. We got that, but then Superhero started pushing. Fair play to him.
did have the pace in the first part of the race before the red flag. Insane pace. You know, I think if he'd have got past Tice, we might have had an issue. But our priority was just keeping the rhythm, keeping the fuel to a minimum, just so we could go a little bit longer, so we'd have fresher tyres at the end and make the one stop. Then obviously the red flag came. We did have quite a bit of lag at the start and during the first part of the race. Second part, it was just about maintaining the pace again, trying to push a gap, which we managed to do, but then again, Superhero, amazing pace, clawed us back. I don't think it helped that me and Ty sort of had a collision going into one of the corners. We lost about 2 seconds there. And then when I got past Tice, I think Superhero might have hit him going through turn 1 and 2. And then, yeah, Tice just accidentally hit Superhero into turn 4, I think, or turn 3. But, you know, some of those collisions happen, and we had a bit of issues with lag throughout the second part of the race. Tice was saying I was, and I was saying Tice was, and then, you know, I'm surprised that we didn't make as much mistakes. I kept on hitting the sausage curbs quite a bit throughout practice, but you know, the race-defining move was a mistake from Tice going through turn 5, hitting the sausage curb, or I don't actually know because I wasn't paying attention, and Tice is a bit confused about his. He didn't know whether he touched the gravel on the outside or hit the curb on the inside. Just a weird collision, weird incident really. And then the nail in the coffin was going up to the corkscrew at the sausage curb again, went a bit wide. And yeah, it was just about me controlling the pace. I made sure that I was trying to set up a move for the last corner. I felt that I could outbrake him there. But yeah, and to come home first, I think it's definitely helped because of the fact that I might not be here for the last 2 races. But yeah, I just need to make sure that I can get all the points that I can.
So another good day for you once again, Keelan, as well, for the Cymax guys, leading a Cymax 1-2 in each of the classes here today. Elliot, man, what a race that was, definitely. Or is he not even here?
No, I'm here, sorry. I am here, sorry. I have myself muted to so we can concentrate. Have you done superheroes interview?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Okay,
yeah, I don't think
cool,
Tice is able to join us in, unfortunately, for his podium interview as well.
Too late for me.
That's fine. So,
okay.
So we're
that was a great race.
Oh, it definitely was.
It was.
So.
It had everything, didn't it? It had the passing. It had the blue flags. It had the controversy. It had. What didn't
Unfortunately,
it have?
the controversy.
yeah, definitely. But no, all in all, good weekend, definitely.
Besides the red flag.
Yeah,
the red flag was a shame. Definitely, it's never not. But
I think I found out something about Keelan. He's the driver that goes into detail the most out of all
definitely.
other drivers.
Definitely.
I've learned something about Keelan today.
Right, so.
What do you mean? Did you not hear my interview from the other race? Bloody hell! If you timed it, it
You
might have
take
been
like 10
half an
minutes.
hour.
You take like 10 minutes for all your interviews, man. But
And
I
you're
love
just
it.
telling him now, essentially.
Oh, I noticed it a while back.
No, I make sure that you know how it was. Make sure you know. Tell everyone about everyone else's race while I'm at it.
Right, so, ladies and gentlemen,
We care about our fans.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy that live coverage of the Straight Line Motorsports Ferrari GT World Challenge here today, live at the WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca, please leave a like, leave a comment, and if you want to follow up for the remainder of the 3 rounds of the season, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, where it's going to be round 10 at Bathurst Down Under next week, time-wise, and I think that is going to be some very, very interesting racing there when we go to the home of the Bathurst 12-hour. But ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy the commentary as well, I've been joined by Elliot F64, I'm SLM_RDZ, and we'll see you guys next week at Bathurst for round number 10 of the Ferrari GT World Challenge.